What's up, friends and neighbors? It's your boy Eggman again. Today I'm going to be reacting to this video called If You Are Still a Teenager, Watch This Video in capital space. This video is important, by this creator called Mason, real health coach. He's the real deal, not just a random health coach. I actually have come across his content on Instagram many times now. I think his account grew pretty fast, but I haven't really come across him on YouTube. I guess I just randomly came across this video yesterday and I thought it would be cool if I react to it. So in the thumbnail, we can see our boy Mason on the left. I feel like he always looks kind of pissed. Look at my face, guys. I feel like he always gives people this kind of vibe. I don't think I've seen him genuinely smile before. I can totally be wrong, though, because obviously I didn't check all his content thoroughly before. On top, we can see time is running out. You don't have no more time to waste. You need to watch this video as soon as possible. In the middle, we can see pixel steak and raw milk, probably. And then on the right, there's a chat. That's a chat, right? I think this thumbnail is pretty solid. Although the pixel steak is a little weird, it's a little too different from the rest of the picture. Yeah, I like to kind of analyze thumbnails because I'm a content creator. But yeah, this thumbnail is definitely pretty cool. I think the pixel steak is cute. By the way, I want to tell you guys that I feel like many raw meat eaters have similar vibes as Mason. What I mean by that is many people that eat raw meat can give people this not very positive energy. This is just my own take, but when I come across a raw meat eater that's just a chill guy, that's pretty happy, I'm going to feel like, oh, he's not like most raw meat eaters. This is just my own take. Anyways, I guess he's going to be giving teenagers some advice. Maybe some things he wish he had known as a teenager. Let me think about what I would like to tell my teenager self. When I was in junior high school, I had a girlfriend, which is pretty crazy because I was definitely pretty unattractive. I'm still pretty not too attractive now, but I was definitely in worse shape before, back then. But for some reason, I was able to date a girl who I think was pretty good looking, although her skin was not very good. If I already knew about what I know now, I would definitely have told her to clean up her diet. But back then, I think I wasn't really confident about my relationship. It probably has something to do with the way I was brought up, the thinking of our society. So I would feel like it's embarrassing that I had a girlfriend at that age as a junior high school student. And I think I didn't need to feel that way. I think it's not a big deal if you want to date a girl at that age, right? Honestly, I think the fact that our society kind of restrict people that, oh, you can only do that when you're 18. I think that's kind of like a matrix stuff. There's probably some conspiracy regarding that, I feel like. Because I think once you hit puberty, that means you biologically are capable or should be doing something like that, right? That's what I think. This is controversial and I'm going to be cancelled. Don't cancel me. I'm just trying to have some healthy discussions. But yeah, I think my young self, my teenager self, should have been more confident and should think more about what he wants. Because I feel like I was just going the motion, if you know what I mean. I was just like living for the sake of living. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like a robot. I wasn't living because I wanted to live that way. I was just living because I don't know why. Yeah, so I would like to tell my teenager self to be more confident and to think more about what he wanted. And just clean up his diet so that you're naturally going to have less brain fog and be more confident, stuff like that. What else would I like to tell him? Yeah, just it's also related to diet, but just like it's okay if you don't want to eat vegetables and fruits. They are not as healthy as you believe. Because when I was at that age, obviously I would eat vegetables like everyone else, although I didn't like to. And I wouldn't be eating fruits because growing up I was always afraid of fruits. But I would feel pretty nervous or scared because I wasn't eating fruits. Because I would feel like that's not healthy for me. I'm not eating fruits, that's not healthy for me. I was in a dilemma because I didn't want to eat fruits, but at the same time, I believe that not eating fruit was not good for my health. So I would like to tell my teenager self to not worry about the fact that you're not eating fruit because they're not as important as you believed. Yeah, these are the things I can think of for now. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you would like to tell your teenager self. But let's start watching the video. I've been yapping for a little too long.
If you're a young
Yeah, like look at him. What the hell? What does he look like? He's really not happy. He looks kind of like I'm done with life. That kind of vibe. Interesting. He added subtitles. I wonder why he wanted to do that, because I think the subtitle function of YouTube is pretty good.
If you're a young man under the age of 18, this video right here is going to be the most important piece of advice you could ever possibly receive in the current stage you're at in your life. This is the advice I wish I had when I was 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
It would save me years and years of trial and error. It would save me hundreds, if not thousands of dollars spent on mentorship, coaching, and other forms of self-improvement. But that being said,
so it looks like he spent money on self-improvement mentorships before. Have I done that before? I have definitely bought some workout program before. But I feel like there's already more than enough things for you to learn on YouTube.
This is also the same advice that did in fact change my life. That did help me maximize my looks,
maximize his looks.
Physical appearance. It helped me grow to 6'5" when my dad is only 6 foot and my mum is only 5'7".
My dad is only 6 foot. That's still tall, right? My mom is only 5'7". That's still tall, right? So it looks like both his dad and his mom have pretty solid genetics. I feel like even for a person who eats a modern diet, they can still outgrow their parents. I definitely have seen this pattern, because he's probably just going to attribute his growth to his diet, but I feel like there are other factors.
It's the same advice that's given me a platform to live my dream life, to make money online, travel wherever I want, and to have this great sense of freedom, happiness, and fulfillment.
Looks like he's pretty financially free. He can do whatever he wants. Okay, maybe I can learn from him. I would like to be more rich.
You that know me, you know that the advice I'm going to be talking about is rooted in health. For those of you that don't, my name is Mason. I'm a 20-year-old from Australia, currently traveling the world right now in Montenegro.
Where is that? But yeah, I think it's very cool that he's only 20 years old and he's able to live a very, I guess, successful life. I guess he started to put in the work at a pretty early age.
And I'm a health coach. 5 years ago, I changed my life for the better by discovering what true health meant. And how it changed my life was that it allowed me to physically develop fully, to really maximize my height, to surpass what was thought to be my genetic potential based on like the height of my parents. It allowed me to really become better looking, more confident, high testosterone, more calm.
Interesting. Because obviously he doesn't look that good, I guess. There are just other factors other than diet, I feel like. Some people can just develop well without really paying attention to their diet.
I'm an optimally composed biochemical state, which ultimately has now led me and allowed me to be living my dream life, to pursue my dreams, to travel without fear, and to have great, fulfilling, perfect relationships, all because I supported my health.
Perfect
when
relationships.
I talk about health, I'm not just talking about like the standard food pyramid, like eating a little bit of meat, a little bit of vegetables, a lot of grains, like the typical shitty idea of health that is essentially all just slave food and slave brainwashing. But I'm talking about health in terms of nourishing your body with the very inputs that for millions of years, our bodies, our organisms, us as human beings have been evolved to thrive on. So in terms of diet, that is
respectfully, I feel like he's kind of yapping for now.
Eating a raw animal-based diet, so eating raw meats, raw eggs, raw dairy, so raw milk, raw organ meats, like these insanely nutrient-dense foods with the very nutrients that we need to develop into tall, healthy, good-looking, attractive human beings. So why I'm making this video specific.
I wonder what rating he's going to get by a black pillar. I think he's also going to agree. He doesn't look that attractive, right?
Specifically for young men is because you guys right here are in the perfect stage of your life where should you implement what I'm recommending, you would experience the most results, far more than anyone could ever experience, say, past the age of 20, 25,
I agree.
Whatever. And these results will not only come in the form of like the measurable increased height or the better looking face or the better looking face, or the high testosterone.
But yeah, you can definitely look better than you used to by adopting a better diet. But the thing is, I feel like the expectation shouldn't be, oh, I can completely overhaul my life just by changing my diet. I don't think that's going to happen because, yeah, you can make improvements, but the improvements will not be that massive. I feel like you can probably go from a person with very bad skin to a person with clear skin. But if you are just not that attractive, you're still not going to be too attractive. Stuff like that. But if you can become taller, that's definitely pretty huge. So yeah, definitely the earlier the better. Preferably this should start before you were conceived. Your parents should already be thinking about what they're eating, right?
Testosterone, better energy, better vitality, but it would come in the form of improving your interactions with the world around you.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
true.
first point I can talk on is like the idea of the black pill. While it's like a bit depressing fetus to talk about, for some people at least, there is absolutely truth to it. I've experienced it in my own life. I've seen it in the world around me. Like I've seen the experiences of my friends compared to myself, or other people who are not in such a good position or dealt worse cards. That being said, I did take control of my life at age 15. I did do the difficult thing. I did do the thing that society shunned me for, or gave me shame for, like eating all these raw foods, doing things that was like so against the norm. I did that. I put myself in that comfortable situation, and now I'm reaping the rewards. So I don't feel any guilt in that sense. Any vibe is guilt, whatever. But it is absolutely true. Like when you're taller, when you're better looking, when you have clearer skin, when you have a healthier presence, like you have high testosterone, you have this calmness and this confidence about you, people respect you far more, people trust you far more. Obviously the opposite sex, even some of the same sex, which is not for me, but whatever you may like that, is going to be more attracted to you. You find relationships come a lot easier, especially
I think that's pretty true. People are just more drawn to healthy people. So what you are saying, I think, was pretty good advice or pretty good perspective.
you find that the girls you like will far more often like you back. You don't have to be going for your
This is
third
a
act
good-
just to get a little bit of attention.
This is a good selling point.
And this obviously then goes on into the business world. You're going to be perceived as more capable, more assertive, a better leader. People are more likely to listen to you, such as you guys right here are listening to me in this video. And it's a natural fact. It's like people
I don't think I'm not listening to him because of the way he looks. I don't think the way he looks is that attractive. Completely no hate, but because there are just not many people who post about this kind of stuff. So I think that's the main reason I'm watching him now. Like, I know he's tall, so if he is able to present his height in the video, maybe, yeah, I'm going to be more attracted because of his looks. But because right now he's just showing his face, I'm not really watching the video because of that. And I think other people will feel pretty similarly, right?
naturally respect and or are attracted to people who show the characteristics of being well-developed and being healthy. Why? Because evolutionarily, those are the people you naturally trust, the people who are the best looking, likely, and obviously did have the healthiest upbringing. They had the best foods, they had the best environmental inputs, and as such, their brain, their nervous system, their mind, their decision-making will, on average, always be better than those who had worse inputs, than those who are short, those who are fat, those who are bald, and those who are ugly. So it's completely natural. You don't need to hate the world, you don't need to hate nature for what it is, because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But you guys right now watching this video, assuming you are, age 18 or younger, you're still in this window where you can really influence your physical appearance, your life, your health for the better. You guys have the golden opportunity right here, because I'm dropping like absolute gold dust. I'm giving you some source that you otherwise would never have known about. No one's going to teach you this in school.
I feel like right now there are already many people that are talking about topics like this. So I don't know. I honestly don't know how many people are still oblivious. Like, how can you still be oblivious when so many people on social media are talking about related topics that are this hard to ignore, right? Anyways, so far he's just like really emphasizing how looking better or looking good can help you. I think that's pretty true. The thing is, I feel like you cannot look that much better. You have your own starting point, and it's hard to be too much different from that. Like, there are many people online who eat a clean diet. Maybe they have been doing that for many years, but they still don't look that much attractive than some naturally attractive people. I feel like, including him, like, does he look that good? You can easily find people who eat a forced diet that look better than him. So it's important to know that looking better will benefit you. But also I feel like you need to come to terms that what you can do can be limited.
Parents most certainly won't teach you this, and you purely come about it by chance. So I'd absolutely recommend to take advantage of this advice, because you won't get it ever again. So yeah, in terms of the animal-based nutrition, what I started with when I was 15 was exactly the raw meats, the raw eggs, the raw milk. I dove headfirst into it. I will say,
Wow,
like, you guys are young,
interesting.
so do it with caution. Like, you obviously want to be getting high quality foods, but by getting like the raw minerals and the raw fat soluble vitamins, these are the exact
But I want to shout out to him for having the courage to talk about this kind of controversial thing. He's kind of like encouraging people to eat raw food, and I think that takes some balls in this day and age.
building blocks for your hormones, for your bones, for your skeleton, and it's what's going to allow you to develop into a symmetrical face, full
Symmetrical
body,
face.
lean, healthy, athletic physique, all of these things. I mean, that's step one. This is a bit of more
Step one.
philosophical talking video, so I'm not going to give like the exact step by step. I have other videos on that, but I'm just going to generally outline it. It's obviously not just diet. it's also your environmental inputs. So sleep, your sleep is so important. You need to dial in your circadian rhythm. You need to watch your light environment. You need to optimize both quality and quantity of your sleep, because so many people get quantity of sleep, like they'll sleep in, they'll sleep past their alarm because their body is just deprived of sleep, but not many people at all get quality of sleep, like actually get full, deep, 100%.
I think I'm like that. I always stay up late. I'm definitely missing out on a lot of the benefits that good quality sleep can provide me. I need to lock a F in, guys.
And deep sleep, that in combination with quantity and then correct nutrition would really support that fundamental developing growth in your body. I mean, most people, the biggest issue for them is they're not sure if this is something they can be committed to in their life. Like they think it's a big commitment to start eating raw food, start eating raw meat, start drinking raw milk, but it's really not so hard. Like the only issue is the idea in your mind that you have to do it for the rest of your life. If you just take it day by day, if you just start with 1 week, you do like a 30-day trial period, you will
So basically, he's just like telling people to go eat raw meat, right? So far.
notice it becomes super easy to keep it going, and you'll actually want to keep it going. Why? Because your body wants to be healthy. You'll enjoy these healthy foods. It may take a few days, to adjust your taste buds, but then
Is he
you begin
yapping?
to crave these foods because your body recognizes the true health and the true merit in eating and drinking them. So now, obviously, I've been eating and living this way for 5 years. I couldn't go back. I crave raw meat. I crave raw milk. These are the foods that
I also crave raw milk. I don't think I crave raw meat. I
like
guess
genuine.
certain raw meat, I can crave them. But a lot of the times, I would like to cook my steak. They taste softer. The tendons will taste softer. And they smell better.
Bring a smile to my face, like I'm
Don't hate on me if you eat raw meat. Let's be friends. I also eat raw meat.
disgusted by fast food or any processed foods or any seed oils or any bullshit that you guys
Bullshit.
like eating every single
Likely
day.
are eating.
It's like
He's
eating these
talking shit
things
to the
has allowed
viewers.
me to overcome my poor situation that I was raised in. I wasn't poor, but like I mean poor in terms of health-wise. Like my parents had no clue about health. I ate cereal my whole life growing up. I ate a lot of overcooked meats. And
Overcooked
really,
meat.
like everyone else, like I'm not saying I was the exception. I was
Like
deprived
everyone
of a
else.
healthy upbringing that would have given me an even better life than I currently have. Like
That's true. That's true. The earlier you start, the better, in my opinion.
you guys got to understand that all humans are meant to be healthy, well-developed, attractive, beautiful. They're meant
Nice.
to have
Nice.
these great
Imagine a world where everyone is attractive. Wow, that's happy. Yeah, I guess that's really true. Like if every generation is just like eating a clean diet, over time you will become better looking and better looking, right? It makes me wonder how good looking can a person really become? Like where is the limit, right? Because obviously right now, who the hell has been eating a clean diet for generations, right? So I feel like everyone is not reaching their full potential.
life. Like this is your natural birthright. Like this is the natural life. You're meant to be born into a family who understands what nutrition is, who understands like what actual health is, that isn't like obviously unintentionally poisoning you every single day and like malnourishing you every single day. So really, as it is in your genetic code, you are meant to have this purely naturally abundant life. But this plays into your advantage. Right? Even if you're over the age of 18, this plays into your advantage. But it plays into your advantage, especially if you're a young man watching this, because today it's easier than ever to stand out, to set yourself apart as a man, both like looks-wise or ambition-wise.
Is it that easy? I guess it just has a lot to do with the card you were dealt with, right? But when it comes to, I definitely agree that there are a lot of things that can distract people nowadays. So, for example, corn, and then just watching random things online, random videos online. And I feel like being able to not be stopped by negative emotions, that's also very huge. For example, if I am very discouraged because of a comment of a hater, that can really slow down my progress. But if I'm able to control my mindset, if I'm able to still put in the work despite feeling discouraged, that can set me apart. But not everyone can do that. I think that's one aspect where you can surpass other people. You just need to be able to keep moving forward. You need to be able to not waste time on some not meaningful things. But a lot of the times, those not meaningful things can really make you want to spend time on them. So that's where you need to push yourself to set yourself apart from other people. I hope you guys know what I was trying to say. Basically, I was just trying to say that there are a lot of distractions that can make you waste your time. And you need to be able to force yourself in a way to not waste your time on those things and just focus on where you want to go in life.
Just you're a young man and you focus on your health now while you're young, you set yourself so far apart from everyone else. You have high testosterone, you'll have more drive, more ambition, more confidence. You'll be better
Oh.
looking, you'll be taller, you'll have a deeper voice.
I feel like some people, they eat a normal diet, but they still are very ambitious. It's kind of wild. Yeah, some people are just like built different, I guess.
will be a leader in a world of sick, pathetic sheep. And you can take
Pathetic
that into
sheep.
any avenue that you want to pursue. You could start any business and people naturally will want to listen to you because you are this beacon of health, natural
Beacon of
charisma,
health.
and natural confidence that
Is he a beacon of health?
people naturally will respect and want to listen to. I mean, anyway, you guys get the idea. Like, you fix your health now, like you lock it in to the level that I'm talking about, to the level that you've never been taught in school, that you've never actually experienced in your life. You will change your health, you will change your life, you will live a better life. I mean, you guys get the idea. Watch the rest of my videos. I have like more educational videos coming out and already on the channel. I also have a private course and community, like a school course. It's about $1 a day. You guys
$1
will
a
want the
day.
exact step by step. But yeah, it really is pretty intuitive. Eat raw meat, drink raw milk, whatever. Like, actually eat your natural diet. Prove your sleep, cut out blue light, limit all environmental toxins, non-native EMFs, all of these things. Your body will thank you both immediately and then for the next 80 years of your life when you're tall, 6'5", good looking, supermodel potential. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just saying, like, you guys, if you lock in, version of yourself.
That's it for the video. I feel like, yeah, he was pretty much just emphasizing that you really want to become healthier, right? You will look better and you will be more successful, something like that. But I feel like what he was saying, yeah, some parts were definitely pretty true, even by normal modern people, in my opinion. Like, he was talking about how your health can affect the way people interact with you. And I feel like many normal modern people are going to agree with that. But he was saying that you should eat raw meat, raw milk to achieve that. I feel like some people might not be on board with that. I think he could have done a better job when it comes to explaining why you should be eating raw meat and raw milk. Because, yeah, he talked about how those things are more nutrient dense and stuff, I guess. But I feel like for normal, oblivious modern people, that's still a little not enough, maybe. But he definitely made people think that your looks are important and you can improve your looks through diet. I think he was able to communicate that pretty well. So yeah, that can be pretty solid advice for teenagers. At least it can make them start thinking about this, I think. Let me take a look at the comments. So we have this Naruto here. 16 and started a raw diet, being a month and already feel better mentally and physically. Awesome, let's go. Let me give him a thumbs up. Oh my god, imagine if a Taiwanese person say this. That would be absolutely crazy. The teenagers here in Taiwan are suffering, for sure. There are still pretty much no people that are really emphasizing the importance of diet. I'm trying. I would like more people to understand how diet can affect your health, so that less family members need to suffer and less teenagers need to feel bad, I think. This guy says, you look so healthy. Does he look so healthy? What about myself? Do I look healthy? Great advice. Me and my kids are all 100% carnivore. We're now starting to add more raw meat to our diet. Wow, this is a badass pattern. Honestly, I have a hard time finding good raw milk where I live, but at least we can do raw meat. Wow, okay. So this parent looks like they are pretty on board with the benefits of raw meat. Great dad. Nice. Yeah, your kids are the luckiest people ever. I also want to have parents who gave me clean, real food when I was growing up. Alright guys, I'm stop recording here. He didn't talk about how he achieved his financial success. I thought he was going to cover that too, but he only talked about why it is important to become healthy and how you can become healthier. I'm kind of curious about his financial journey. I think that's also a topic that can get very deep. That can be pretty eye-opening because most people have just been students throughout their life, and you're not going to be thinking like a business owner living that kind of lifestyle. I think diet is just one part that we are being gaslighted, but there are also many other aspects that we need to learn more about that we are also kind of lied to. And yeah, I think he probably is pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the financial part, but he didn't cover that. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys kind of enjoy what you saw. I'll try to get better. Oh, making a reaction video is pretty not easy. I don't know if it is just me that suck or this is really not easy. Wish you guys the best. Bye bye.